So anywho, yeah, this is the apartment building. It's a nice apartment building, and I have to say, I do like the people who live here. It's in a nice neighborhood of other apartment buildings. It's a good neighborhood. And as soon as the house drama is over, I can move into my new house. But I will miss this place because, well, it has been home for the last 20 years. It's a good place. Yeah, it is a good place. Full of good people. I like these people. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had to go to Walmart today. Had to get printer ink and I had to pick up a couple other things. So I'm at Fresh Roots now, and yeah. It is really freaking cold out there. Yeah, it is really cold. Yeah. 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 And you just had to adjustimate that a little. But yeah, it's nice and warm in here, so I'm getting rid of the jacket now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But anywho. Oh wow. Oh. It is cold, and it is December 1st, 2025. And we are still not moved into the house. So I'm a little frustrated about that. However, the lawyer has assured us that we should be moving in next week. So yeah, closing date has been bumped up to the 5th. Hopefully the house will be empty by then. Otherwise, we'll have to bump it up even further. We've been bumping up the closing date for a while. It's very frustrating. I don't like bumping up the closing date on the sale of the house that I'm buying. I don't. I really don't. I just don't. But in any case, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh. Anywho, so yeah. Other than that, my life is pretty good. I just wanted to say that. My life is pretty good. I'm basically happy and doing well. I'm pretty healthy for my age and for my economic status. I keep trying to mix those two words together. Economic status, yeah. But yeah, my social class is generally not that healthy collectively, so I'm doing better than most people of the poorest part of society. I mean, usually people of my class and age are in much worse shape than I am. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. But anyways, I've ordered something and it'll be along shortly, and oh yeah, I'm hungry. I'm not just cold, I'm hungry, and I'm enthusiastic because life is good. Oh yeah, absolutely. So anywho, oh yeah. Whew. Anywho, good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and others who shall remain nameless. Absolutely. We're going to talk briefly about trickle down economics and the gross national product. Two of the biggest economic scams ever foisted upon the public. Absolute rip-offs, actually. And we're going to talk about the damage done by both of these. Oh, yeah, because that damage is absolute. Now, we all know about trickle-down economics. The idea that if you give the rich all the money, it'll trickle down to the poor. This idea was refuted long before Ronald Reagan made it into American national policy. Yeah, but he did it anyway. And conservatives love it, and unfortunately, liberals love it. So yeah, the big two both support this failed economic model that rests upon a false assumption that, again, if you give the rich more money, it'll trickle down to the poor. The reality, of course, is that if you give the rich the money, they keep it. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, there's that. But what is the gross national product? I'll tell you what the gross national product is, and it's related to trickle-down economics. And it's the idea that every transaction is profit for the people. Every transaction, no matter how big or small, no matter which way the money flows, is somehow making everybody rich. And this works by averaging things out. First of all, you average out, so that if you have one person with $1 billion and 1,000 people with no money, that means that you have 1,001 multimillionaires. Yay! Yeah. That's how gross national product works. It takes a look at the total amount of money, the total number of people, and then averages it out to say everybody's rich. Everybody's rich because one person is obscenely rich, and therefore everybody else is rich by osmosis or something. Yeah. Therefore, everybody's standard of living is higher, even though you have 1,000 people with nothing and one person with everything. Technically speaking, if you averaged out the money, everybody could afford a comfortable, luxurious house with a 2-car garage and 3 cars, and appliances and a staff of servants. Yeah. Because one person has $1 billion. Therefore, everybody has 10 million. And that is how the gross national product works. Plus, it takes a look at every transaction. Every transaction is counted as profit, as making the country richer. So, what happens if you privatize all the country's resources and sell them off to foreign interests? Well, you've increased the gross national product. You've also made it so that if poor people try to live as prospectors of those resources, extracting them and selling them domestically, they are legally stealing from the foreign corporations, and so you can imprison them. And the more people you put in prison, the bigger your gross national product becomes. How does that work? I have no fucking clue, but it works apparently. So the rush is on to create insane laws that guarantee more people will be imprisoned in order to increase the gross national product. If you privatize the water and a farmer digs a well to get water for his crops, you can imprison the farmer for stealing from the private water companies. Yeah, he's stealing from the water companies. And you've put him in prison and you've increased the gross national product. And of course, then you can put the prisoners to work farming the land to produce cash crops for the foreign market. None of the money from this goes into your country. But wealth has moved through your country. It has moved from your country to out of your country. So you've increased the gross national product. And liberals do this, and conservatives do this. Because it makes the line go up.
And as long as the line goes up, everything is good. Everything is good. The number of people living in poverty may be increasing. The number of people in prisons may be increasing. The number of prisons being built may be increasing. But the line goes up. The line goes up. And that's what matters in gross national product. Not that everybody has enough to eat. Not that every child knows that they will be able to go to school, but that the line goes up. The line goes up. Gross national product is the line goes up. Trickle down economics is the line goes up. Yeah. And it's all bullshit. Because you're not actually doing anything valuable. You're not producing anything of value. You're not enriching the proletariat, although if you averaged out the amount of money going to the rich elite few across the wide population, it looks like there's enough money going around for everybody to have enough money to live. And that makes the line go up. And as long as the line goes up, it doesn't matter that people are starving to death in the streets. The line goes up, therefore everybody has a high standard of living. That's gross national product. That's trickle-down economics. That is Milton Friedman's big lie. And the American public and the Canadian public and now the Argentinian public are suffering for it. Yeah, because the line goes up. And that's all that matters in gross national product. That's all that matters in trickle-down economics. The line goes up. Yeah. People are starving. The public are desperate. But the line goes up. Yeah.
Yeah. And that is what way too many people voted for. Because they thought that they would be part of the rich ruling elite.